Hey everybody, Scott Holden here, and before we start the show, I just want to take a minute and tell you where you can find us out on the interwebs. The best place to find us? bonecrushingjuggernaut.com. That's right, bonecrushingjuggernaut.com. And if you don't feel like typing, hey, save yourself some letters. bcjuggernaut.com will take you there. There, you can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes, on Stitcher. You can find links to our Twitter feed, where we are on Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, all that good stuff. So please just head on over to bonecrushingjuggernaut.com for all your bone-crushing juggernaut needs. And I hope you enjoy the show.
Disclaimer. The show you're about to experience is for entertainment purposes only. The hosts use adult language and conversation, just like most of everyday life. If you are too uptight, this might not be for you. Prepare to be crushed!
And I think one of the reasons I'm standing here instead of other people is that I have deals in Russia.
I think that we could sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak.
To be honest, I inherited a mess. It's a mess.
The third, broadly, line of work is what is deconstruction of the administrative state.
And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country.
Consistent. If you look at these cabinet appointees, they were selected for a reason. That's all going to be deconstructed.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
Number one, I am the least anti-Semitic person that you've ever seen in your entire life. Number two, racism. The least racist person.
You know what I'm... look at my African-American over here. Look at him.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
Who are you?
Bone-crushing juggernaut.
If you can actually hear me yet. No, you can't. So there again, Bone Crushing Juggernaut, Scott Holden, in the hizzy. We're back. We got a lot to talk about. Here is Cameron Holden as well, and joining me in the house. Sorry, I was getting my cafe, as I said before. So, oh boy, where to start? Okay, here's where I want to start this week, which is the title, which I'm trying to fit onto the video. Where'd it go? That's weird. I just lost our title. Well, it's called There is a New Inconvenient Truth that the media does not want to face on any level that I've been noticing. And the inconvenient truth is that Donald Trump cheated by conspiring with Russia to fix the election in his favor. Now, this little fact. Now, I guess the only thing they could say might be in dispute is the level of conspiring. It's clear, I mean, from enough hints from the intelligence committees and everything, that at least one person is looking like can be arrested over this shit. And if you get one person, I don't think there was just one person doing this. It's the whole campaign, and if that person knew. So, long story short, and I guess with Hillary coming out and talking about the election again, I am so fucking sick of the media wanting to crucify this woman and feeling like they should pound on her more so than anyone else, and that they should fucking beat up on her, and that she should bear all the faults of losing this goddamn election like a cross, because this is the truth. She didn't say it. She alluded to things. She talked about the Comey thing, and she's absolutely right. That did have an effect. But here's the real truth. Everyone asked her about why she lost. She didn't lose the election. Donald Trump cheated and won, but he didn't win. He cheated. Listen, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Fucking Russian agents hacked the voting boxes. I know you all get pissed off when people say it, of Michigan, Florida, and Pennsylvania to get an electoral college win. And if you don't like that, tough shit, because prove me wrong. You can't. They haven't done an investigation. They've said stuff, and they're so afraid of that fact. They always backpedal out of it. Stop it, media. Stop it, media. Sorry. Stop it. Stop asking the question, why did Trump win? No, the fucking answer is Russian hacking. He cheated.
When does the investigation start?
Stop excusing that inconvenient fact. Because the problem is they don't get to have their political fucking highfalutin bullshit theories that they like to pontificate about. All their theories are blown to hell as soon as you go, yeah, but that's bullshit. He cheated. It's a Russian hack. Oh, fuck. So stop with this fucking denial of the inconvenient truth. Whenever you analyze how Trump won and blah, blah, and want to crucify Hillary, Hillary didn't fucking lose. She was the victim of a cheater.
When does the investigation start?
Who the fuck knows?
Or are they doing it?
Who knows? And who knows what? Are they even investigating that issue?
Well,
are you making little poppy noises with your mouth or something?
No.
What is that noise?
I have no. It's probably my phone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but I mean, if it does start, I don't think they're gonna say anything about it. So I mean, because they're the White House and shit. So.
Well, again, the media keeps excusing this. Like they keep arguing, and especially MSNBC, motherfuck. They want to just blame it all on Hillary, and they're completely oblivious to they keep forgetting the fact that this was a Russian hack.
Apparently, Comey literally just came out with news. Said Comey says classified Clinton emails were forwarded to Anthony Weiner. So the forwarded, like the emails, the classified emails were forwarded to Anthony Weiner. Apparently.
When?
I don't know. Maybe during the campaign or something.
Well, that we already knew that.
Yeah.
That's how that last bit.
Yeah.
No, what happened was they were investigating Anthony Weiner, and while in that investigation, lo and behold, on his wife's laptop, because she worked for Hillary Clinton, they found some of these emails that turned out to be all innocuous.
I guess they found out those emails were forwarded to him or something. I don't know. But
Okay, well, I don't know what that
very
means.
unclear. Very unclear.
So Republicans are trying to come up with some new alternative shtick where it was Anthony Weiner's fault.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna pin it on anyone in the Democratic Party, I mean, pin it on the guy.
Yeah, now it's Anthony Weiner's fault.
Pin it on the guy.
What makes more sense? The billionaire who's corrupt as fuck, and you can connect all the dots to, or Anthony Weiner? Now we're gonna have to fucking hear about Anthony Weiner for 6 weeks.
What a wiener! What a wiener, man!
Will the media please stop forgetting that Trump cheated on the election when they start asking their fucking election-based questions? They excuse his cheating. They just excuse it away. They don't even put it like, because really what they should be saying is, all right, let's set up a premise wherein he didn't cheat and we'll talk about this election. But that's not the reality. You're fucking omitting the biggest goddamn problem. The election was not legitimate. Donald Trump's win was not legitimate. And I'm getting so fucking tired of the media not sticking that as their premise when discussing this story. Sorry.
Okay.
Had to get that off my chest.
Well, it's the title of the video. You had to.
Yeah, it's missing
Open
now.
it
No
up.
one can even see it. Disappeared because I'm a schmuck.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway,
What
so that's one of the many things that have been going on.
with the Bill Maher thing.
Oh, Bill Maher pissed me off too because he essentially did to what's her name?
Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, like he is so much harsher on women and Democrats.
Yeah.
If that was a Republican in that chair, he'd be sucking her cock.
Yeah. I feel like what he does is
He's harsh on he punishes Democrats for what he sees as their perceived sins, and he fucking mollycoddles Republicans.
I think if you are going to be harsh on Democrats, be harsher on Republicans because they're just Democrats but worse, if anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially since let's look at the Republican Party, what shape it's in right now, because it's pretty clear, at least its idiot base is stooped in Russian oligarchy and authoritarianism, because these fuckers watch RT like it's Fox. The only logic to that is the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and so because they, RT would obviously shit on Hillary Clinton because it's Putin's network. But we are the Republican Party is essentially being infiltrated by Russian theology, like Russian oligarchy and authoritarian thinking. It's fucked up. Like, it's really framing up. And look at what fucking Trump is doing with authoritarians lately.
Like,
You wonder, is it because he just really has a hard-on for, tough guy power? Or is it because of the fact that every one of those oligarchs he also happens to have business interests in?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Except for
remember, he has two towers
except for obviously North Korea. Because
in
no one
Istanbul.
the only country with business interests is China and North Korea. But,
Yeah.
you know.
But he does in Istanbul. He does in the Philippines. He does in Colombia.
Saudi Arabia.
He
He opened like 12 new businesses in Saudi Arabia during the campaign.
Yes, and his daughter, had a whole bunch of patent names go through.
Yeah. Which is like, obviously.
There's two things going on. This guy is bilking. He's emoluments clause. Forget it. He's in such violation, it's ridiculous. The problem there is Congress doesn't want to fucking do anything about it.
If I had to bet on what he will be impeached on, it'll probably be something like that.
It was funny, too, because they sent something about him to the ethics office. I think it had to do about this Flynn stuff. Though that's the magic word that, nobody in that administration can get beyond or utter or say. Flynn. They don't want to talk about him at all. Because
is he like a disgraced journalist or something?
anyone who gets involved and finds out what goes on the Republican side, think about it. You had that one guy, Nunes.
Yeah.
He flipped out and started doing and got himself essentially thrown off the fucking committee.
Fucking idiot.
Same thing on the other side with Nunes.
Yeah, that's the last one you said.
The one who guy who just resigned, out of the blue.
Yeah, I think that was the same guy.
No, there was. I'm meaning two different guys. There was the one guy who blew up, essentially his committee,
Okay.
and then because he went to the White House and who gave him information, and there was all that bullshit to try and justify something that didn't happen, which was surveillance, which Trump is bringing that back again.
Yeah.
Just like he's saying that the Russians didn't hack the election again.
Mm-hmm.
He's such. Oh my God.
Out of nowhere?
Impeachment. So anyway, they were talking about all this, and the ethics office was, well, all right. Well, the only impeachment is the response. Is how you handle this.
Surprised the ethics office still exists at this point. Honestly.
Well, that because it
didn't it.
Its term goes in between.
Yeah.
It's made that way. So.
But
so that the next guy can't just hire the ethics guy.
Wasn't there a couple
He's there for another 2 years, I think.
Like a quarter of a year ago, they tried to repeal or get rid of it or something like that.
Yeah, as soon as they came in, they tried to get it. The Congress tried to get rid of the ethics office.
Oh my God, it's the symbolism.
They showed us exactly where they
Yeah,
stood.
the symbolism is so obvious. You're like, let's get rid of the people who, ethics. Let's get rid of that.
I'm worried that we're gonna, these motherfuckers just want an authoritarian regime where the Republicans just,
I think they've kind of wanted that.
without a doubt,
for a while. So,
without a doubt.
Like at least the bosses, the party bosses. And
They're
shit.
bosses.
The party bosses. They obviously wanted some sort of like.
Well, if they're getting bribed by Russian oligarchs, then they're on the team
they're
too.
They're even like when they're bribed by like corporations and shit. That's you can,
Russian oligarchs
you
and
can-
shell companies
but,
and
like-
all kinds of shit.
like oil companies and shit, like big pharma. I mean, that's an oligarchy anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a little more. I know, like everyone's shitting on Obama right now for taking, speech money and shit.
yeah, I'm not for that.
But you can trace that.
Yeah.
No one's trying to commit any. There's nothing shady going on there.
Well, the fact that it's coming from like Wall Street companies and shit is like that. I mean, the fact that that's even,
lobbying.
The fact that exists is kind of.
I agree.
That shouldn't be a
here's the
thing.
problem with that, and with fixing our electoral system. The problem is that the people it affects are also the people that need to make the change. So that's always been a problem with our system.
That's all.
If the system is broken, unfortunately, the people involved have to change it.
Yeah, and the people they vote for usually aren't the people who are going to fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes from the bottom. That's what it's.
But look at the Congress. The Congress is fucking broken because of this Obamacare bullshit. Because for years and years and years they said, "Oh, we're going to take it away. We're going to take it away," and not realizing their own base was affected. What are they, fucking idiots? Do they think everybody in the Republican Party is mumsy and princess, and they're all well covered?
It turns out when people have their own personal interests in mind, they kind of want to keep it.
Yeah, it's funny how it's swung too. Opinion has changed on that whole issue.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Did you see that?
Was it the show a couple of days ago?
Yeah, talking about his son.
Yeah. The open heart surgery thing.
And congenital heart failure, and how he was essentially he's a pre-existing condition. Hey, you have a pre-existing condition from here on out, the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Crohn's disease.
Why is that pre-existing?
Because you have it now.
Yeah, I know, but
so if you go to a new insurance company, they'll be like, "I'm sorry, that's a pre-existing condition."
So.
I know, but life is a fucking pre-existing condition. It's just a way of getting to kill off poor people.
Yeah. So
we put them in the death pools.
Could this be considered a pre-existing condition?
Yeah, that could be
That's stupid. So you can pretty much consider any disease a pre-existing condition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had the flu yesterday? I guess that's a pre-existing condition.
Of course. Listen to this. Oh, and if you didn't tell them you had a pre-existing condition, that if you didn't inform them about a pre-existing condition when you signed up for your insurance that you had, that gives them a reason to deny you coverage for something else that has nothing to do with that thing.
Okay.
Which was a common practice before Obamacare.
Well,
was like insurance companies would be like, "Oh, we got to pay $1 million. We're going to end up paying $1 million to treat this guy for cancer." When look, he had a hangnail he didn't report.
What the fuck?
Shit like that, like, "Oh, you didn't report this bullshit disease that clearly you had in the past, and so therefore we're using that to deny your claim."
As if you're supposed to know everything that's happened to you in the last 5 years.
And why didn't you disclose that at the time? And you know the way these forms are.
Well, I would be like,
they're made that way.
I didn't know because you didn't tell me I had this.
It says it right here on the form. You're supposed to say that.
Isn't it your job to tell me what you have? What I have?
Well, that's what they'll say to you. And then when they find out that you had it from some other, just from an old medical record, they'll say, "Oh, look, you didn't claim that you had this cold in 1984.
That's bullshit.
That's why people hated this.
That's evil.
That's what the fucking... What do you think? The insurance companies are out for your best, for the interest of the people who pay?
I wonder why Medicaid is
They
more
were
popular.
out for their best interests.
Well,
if they could make their bottom line increased by throwing a couple of chemo patients off fucking treatment so that they don't have to pay that money out, fucking A, he'll get a promotion. for denying. Do you ever? Oh wow! You should go see that. You should go watch Sicko.
Okay.
That sums it up because that was just before
Well,
ACA.
they make more money not covering people than
No.
covering.
Because they're taking your money
yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
And then when you need it, they just say, fuck you. I'm not
Sorry.
paying out because
Yeah.
here's why.
Yeah.
It's too expensive for me. I can save money by not
even
treating you.
though it isn't, they can obviously pay for it easily because they have a shit ton of money.
Of course.
So-
This is about bottom line.
Yeah. Well-
Your health is now a factor in someone's
Profit.
bottom line.
Someone's profit.
Exactly.
And-
So if they can save a couple million by denying you coverage,
Yeah.
they're going to.
All companies are gonna do is go for the profit, no matter how.
And here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Even if they do it and it's wrong and it's illegal, you got to fight them.
Yeah.
You got to spend money
Mm-hmm.
to fight them in court to get what you already paid for. This is why people hate insurance companies. And this is why there should only be a single payer.
Yeah.
And it should be the government because the government is not going to look to fuck you.
If they do, it's on them. And that's
And that is ultimately, now we're coming into the crux of why Republicans and rich people hate the government. Because the government is the only thing
That's more
has
popular.
enough power to stand up and undo their bullshit.
Yeah,
They just want to be able to do whatever they want to do with no repercussions. It's so look at with this fucking we're gonna take away all the fucking we're gonna take away your clean air because regulations are so fucking. Again, someone else pointed out. You know how those regulations they were built over time, very carefully. A lot of shucking and jiving and figuring out what are safe levels and
there's a reason.
and then
why
so
they're there,
it's sort of like someone made the analogy. It's sort of like me going up to a car and randomly pulling out parts and hoping it works.
Yeah.
Because we didn't need those regulations, those parts.
Oh yeah, duh.
Exactly. That's sort of what they're proposing.
So they just want what companies really want is when
They are in bed with
they
big
don't-
oil and big polluters.
They don't want like free market and they want just to sell you shit and you.
They want what all again. Go back and watch the documentary, The Corporation, because what it premises is okay. You say that a corporation is a person, or corporations are people.
Yeah.
With that premise, let's look at what kind of people corporations are. You know what they found? They're psychopaths. They really are. They're psychopaths. They want everything, and they don't want to give anything.
Yeah.
They have no compassion for your feelings, for your suffering, for anything else.
Oh.
Everything's about their bottom line.
Does that mean they should go into mental institutions?
Totally. They are. I mean, they chalk it up like it's a great movie.
So if we
It's
go,
a great documentary because it really lays out what's wrong with corporations.
So all we have to do is go to court and have a corporation go to a mental institution.
Actually, if you remember fucking Roosevelt, he threatened pulling corporate charters, which you can do.
Yeah.
You can just pull a corporate charter and they're done.
Yeah.
They don't get any of their benefits anymore.
Well, when you have to be aggressive with these kind of people.
Why not?
When you're in government.
Why not?
If it's
too
really-
big to fail is should be non-existent.
Yeah.
There should be no such thing. The only thing that should be too big to fail is the United States government.
Yeah, because if that's too big to fail, then you're good.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in the common interest of the people.
What did they call what? They're independent tyrannies.
Yeah.
That's what corporations are, and that's why Trump is having a real hard. It's really hard because Trump has never known any. The only power that Trump understands is despotism.
Well, yeah.
It's single authority thinking, and that's why he doesn't understand why as the president I guess he assumed that the president was
a business,
that he was a fucking an oligarch or a monarch or I think he assumed that the president had some sort of weird absolute power that he doesn't have.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's all frustrated that there's checks and balances cock blocking him at every fucking turn.
Oh, shit.
Because one, he's so intellectually stupid, he didn't bother to do any research. any research about how the government works, again, I guarantee you, you want to stump Trump? Ask him how a bill becomes a law. We all know it from fucking watching goddamn Schoolhouse Rock. And this idiot doesn't know.
Do they have mouse?
Ask him anything. Really, this is what it's been proven recently with this Andrew Jackson shit. Ask this moron anything, and you will just get instant fail.
Like, it would be funny, like, ask him, like, something very specific, like, about, like, what's a war he likes, bro? Every war? Maybe World War II? Who was the general in the Philippines?
He didn't know why we had to fight the Civil War.
Yeah.
He actually, proposed that question. He has this weird, like...
No one talks about the Civil War.
It's funny. If he doesn't do it, it's nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no one talks about
nobody talks about... No, dumb shit.
They talk about
We all learn. It's very simple. Slavery!
Yeah. The main state
Just
right?
like him talking about Frederick Douglass as if he was still alive. You know, he didn't know that this guy was alive during the Civil War. He's doing good work, isn't he? That Frederick Douglass guy. He's a fucking ignoramus. It's a disgrace that this man is president. And that's why I say people should just ask him questions. And that's why he avoids the fucking media.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because anytime he answers this question, he can't. He's a fucking dummy.
He's dumb.
He really is. He's a
dumb.
fucking ignoramus.
He's a dummy.
And he's the scariest kind of ignoramus because he thinks he's a genius.
Yeah. It's like the old thing I said.
I'm smarter than everybody. Remember how easy it was going to be? Yeah. Remember how at 100 days, he hasn't gotten one fucking thing done. The only thing that's gotten done is he got Eric Garland on the fucking Supreme Court, and he didn't do it. The fucking Republican jackass broke fucking the Senate to do it. Fucking Turtle Man. Broke. Mitch McConnell
Mr.
did
Mitch
it.
McConnell?
Fucking Trump didn't do it. Mitch McConnell did it, and he did it by breaking the Senate.
Yeah.
Dumb fucks. Dumb fucks, all of them. And what are they doing to a man who cheated the election with Russians? What the fuck is going on with the Republican Party?
Well, they've always been fucked.
Yeah, now they're really fucked. They're stupid. Like, they're fucking... Oh, my God. When Trump finally gets pulled down, and he will, because all the wheels are turning that way, what are they all going to do?
Well,
all these stupid quotes and theories and things they said about Trump and how virulent and awesome and wonderful he was, that's all going to be hanging out there. Dumb fucks.
Well,
all you dumb fucks.
If he gets impeached, who else is going to resign along with it?
That's the other thing. I think right now the major thing is how do we save Pence? How involved was Pence? Because I don't think Pence was... I no longer think Pence was an innocent bystander. He knows too much already about Flynn.
Well, I feel like I wouldn't even mind if he resigned, honestly.
Take down the whole fucking...
Yeah.
Take down that whole office. Let's put us in a constitutional crisis. Let's get Hillary...
So we have to vote again.
So we have to vote. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. Let's take it on. Because if we don't, it's never going to get fixed. We've broken the democracy. This is what our forefathers really didn't think of, was that there would just be a guy who would willingly want to destroy the system.
Yeah.
Because the thinking would be, well, why would someone want to be a part of this and destroy it?
That's why checks and balances is the thing, I think.
Well, yeah, exactly. And has so far held the line.
Yeah.
But there's other things that it hasn't, like tax returns. Never put that in law because it's fucking...
Yeah.
You know, it's by your honor.
At the time, it was like very like...
Yeah, there's way too much shit that's tradition and therefore has no legal standing and therefore doesn't help anybody. And right now, Trump just exploits all that shit. Why? Because he's a scumbag who his whole life has looked to cheat.
Yeah. And it's because the Republicans see the Constitution as like it's what the reason why it was written in the time it was written, so therefore it should be the term, like it should be...
Oh, they try and treat it like the Bible.
Yeah, like it was meant for that time. It will stay like it was. Like that kind of shit.
Well, if it was meant for that time, then clearly we should look at the Second Amendment again because it was a time when there were no standing armies.
Uh-huh.
That's why they allowed them to have their weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could. They never had any plan for a standing army. So people were allowed to have their guns because they were going to have to rally the troops to defend the nation.
There's a lot.
That's why
we're going over this in American government. There's a lot of like such contradictions and shit going on in like their minds.
Oh yeah,
the way they think.
Oh yeah, but they're all. Here's the thing: they make them into talking points so that they eventually have almost no value. They're just fucking regurgitated bullshit.
Oh yeah, well,
it's just like states' rights. look at every politician when they want something.
Yeah.
You know, if it's in their best interest, they'll say states' rights.
Yeah. If it's not.
When it's not, they'll flip it. So, like weed, look at weed. Like recently, Trump was saying states' rights about fucking abortion, or not abortion, about the bathroom stuff.
Yeah.
And actually saying state rights about your health care. The state can decide to throw you off, can decide if pre-existing conditions is going to be honored.
Mm-hmm. Well, like
so there he's in favor of states' rights. But then when they were talking about pot, he was like, it needs to be destroyed. You know, the federal government has to take action there. It's like, what? What about states' rights, asshole? The other argument. It's all about when it's convenient for them.
The most important,
which means it's all disingenuous bullshit.
If you want to get anything really changed in general,
states' rights usually means racism.
You have to get
It's protecting racist policies.
Well, yeah.
Every time in the past, states' rights have come up, except for prohibition of alcohol, prohibition of marijuana. States' rights are generally constrictive to somebody.
That's why it's most.
They make your
situation
situation
you have to change
worse.
Stuff in the national government because
the federal government is there to yes, exactly.
So
overrides all. So him going, I want to redo. Fucking cock. He's an idiot. He's an idiot, dumb fuck. And remember, I said, don't believe that bullshit about Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Was I right or was I right?
Yeah.
You know why? It was very simple. I'm sure what really happened.
He's really quiet now.
I am sure all of that was manufactured. That there wasn't really a fight. And what did really happen was Trump saying, "I need you to go dark. I need you to fucking get off the radar."
Like he's not. There's nothing. He's like Jared Kushner now. He's like not saying anything.
Exactly. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? But look at what is being said. It's all authoritarian crap. It's fucking Steve Bannon still pulling the strings. It's just Trump doesn't like that he gets credit for it. That's the thing that pisses off Trump. Because as much as Trump likes to think that it's him, it's fucking not.
It's everyone around
That's
him.
why he didn't get rid of him. Plus, he can't get rid of him. Because then fucking Trump, the guy would go to Breitbart and just tell all the secrets that he has to.
And like be like, nah, this guy's a piece of trash.
Crucify Trump.
Yeah. All of the Trump supporters would be like, oh shit.
Yeah, you would have. It's like, who would they follow? Trump
I think
or Bannon?
It would probably split. It'll be like some sort of like civil.
It's very interesting. That is a very interesting concept.
That'll be so weird.
Who would they? I think more of them would go with Bannon because he's just going to tell them. Yeah.
Well, he would just have he has a media outlet in his hand, so
exactly. And he's
instant, like constant, like bang, 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 bang,
and he's
bang,
foolish,
bang,
and
bang,
he's so
bang.
full of shit.
Yeah.
So full of shit.
He's a better liar too.
So full of shit.
He's a better liar. Trump is he lies a lot, but he's not.
Well,
a good
it's
liar.
not that he's a. I don't know that he's a better liar. It's just that he believes the shit he's showing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Trump, obviously.
I don't know if he really does.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if
I
it's
think
all
he's-
just smoke and mirrors.
I think
what he really is just an angry fuck who has some personal. Because I don't get it. I don't get why he hates America so much. This fucking guy. I don't know why he's so pissed off at the establishment. Because as far as I can see, this fat, ugly fuck has done quite well.
Yeah. If anything, the establishment helped him. So.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he wants to destroy it. I don't want any black people or Jews to be helped by
We
this.
at least have a reason to hate the establishment.
And you know it's bad when people have to say that you're not anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Because that had to come out recently, too.
Yeah. I mean, what else?
We got a half hour. I've been ranting and raving like a
We
psycho.
could talk about the we didn't go through the whole Bill Maher thing with Elizabeth Warren. Like we stopped at the Pocahontas thing.
Yeah. Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Why are you picking on us? And here's another thing. I'm tired of like everyone going, where's the leadership in the Democratic Party, blah, 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 blah. You know where the leadership is in the Democratic Party right now? With us! We're doing this fucking work.
For them.
Stop wondering. No, seriously. It really is. It's us. It's all these groups. It's we the fucking people. Yeah. Stop looking to we don't give a shit who is leading the Democratic Party. We are leading the Democratic Party.
We have to force them to want what we want then.
We don't have to force them. It's been pretty fucking easy. Where numbers are speaking for ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
let me tell you something. That's always the way it happens. Yeah. Politicians never lead the parade. Mm-hmm. They step into the leadership slot well after the parade is going. It's always the way it is. And in truth, that's the way you want it.
Yeah.
I don't care if a fucking politician shifts and says, "Oh shit, I was wrong and you were right, and now I'm That's fine. Hey, great.
Exactly.
You're supposed to evolve. I don't believe the same shit I used to believe when I was your age.
I probably won't.
So
believe
when
in the
people
same
say
shit I
flip
believe
flop,
in
that's a lot of crap, depending on what they flip flop.
Well, flip flop at certain point, it's like, okay, obviously you're an idiot. Like Mitt Romney.
Or obviously you were pandering when you were running,
like Mitt Romney,
and now you have to take the hit because you didn't. You know, you knew you were never going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And Trump and stuff like that.
Yeah. Guess what? That's the way. He's no different. He's doing all the same things. He's a politician. Yeah. He's a scumbag, and he's a cheater. Mm-hmm. He's always been a cheater. He has. He cheats on his taxes. He cheats on everything. He's a cheater. Why would you think he wouldn't cheat on an election?
So what else happened? I mean, you've talked about that like the
so
last,
angry. I really want to drive it home. I'm so sick of people excusing his cheating. Where's
my whistle?
No, you need your whistle.
Sorry, I had to do it at least once. I haven't done it in like an hour or so.
No! My favorite of all.
It's so cringy.
That's how I feel right now.
It's so cringy, though. I mean, it's like, when that first happened, it's like, oh my fucking God, is he seriously saying no? Why?
I don't know. But this is the Republicans dealing with repealing Obamacare right here.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
That's so true. That is so true. I never thought about that way.
Yep.
How about
Don't underestimate the Force.
Did you see the Trevor Noah thing about the speech with Obama?
I didn't.
It was like I think he said like, okay, just because he's the first black president, that doesn't mean you should. I mean, I'm glad he's making this money. That kind of shit. I mean.
Oh, they're shitting on him for getting paid?
The opposite. Where they're shitting everyone else for criticizing him for getting paid.
They should. I agreed. Why shouldn't he get paid?
Yeah. But I mean, like...
all the other presidents got book deals. Listen, what he is doing now is trading off his experience. He's not, he's allowed to do... everyone's allowed to do that.
With Wall Street, that's the problem. I think if anyone paid... I mean, I don't think... If anyone paid him, I don't think Wall Street should be paying him that.
Why?
Because it's Wall Street.
So what?
I mean...
Wall Street is trying to buy his influence. That's for sure.
Exactly.
But Obama is a good influence.
I mean...
The fact that they want it is good.
I mean, just the fact that... I mean, that's corruption. That's what it is.
No, it's not. That's soft lobby.
It's not. I mean, but it's a pay or play thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, they paid him after...
Well, then our whole system is pay to play.
Yeah. Obviously.
You can't have it both ways.
It is.
If you're being paid to give a speech, you're allowed to do that. There's nothing illegal about that.
Oh, yeah.
The service is very simple.
Obviously.
And all the influence is soft and really kind of, you can't quantify that.
You can, but you can obviously, you can trace it.
Only if used. Because just because someone gives a speech and I take your money doesn't mean I still have all the power. I could just go, fuck you.
Then they will cut everything off.
Can't cut off a check you already gave me.
I
know what I mean? I've already rendered the service, which was the speech, not the favor.
I mean, like,
But the thing is, like, why would you want to have any relation with the two anyway? You know what I mean?
Because it's good for your
obviously there's
business.
conflict of interest, obviously.
It's good for your business.
Like, why would you want to take any risks?
Because it's good for your business to have, hey, there may be a problem down the line where it may be good to have Obama's ear. And since you paid him, to come and speak at you, he may be more open to actually hear your,
The problem
this is life. That part, to me, favors and all that shit, that's life. That's always been a part of business and life. It just is. You're never going to get around that.
I mean,
it's just, here's the problem. We all voted for you, Congressman, to do X, Y, and Z. However, once you get into office, you don't do that because someone's paying you.
Exactly,
not.
that's what I'm saying.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Barack Obama now has no held office.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's not exploiting his political office. He's exploiting his political acumen, his knowledge, maybe even his connections, but he doesn't have the power of the office
Not anymore,
to exploit. Yeah, so that's why he can take that money.
It's complicated.
Of course it is. Guess what? Life is complicated. Don't believe anyone who tells you everything is simple, because they're an idiot, and their name is Donald Trump.
Well,
everything was fucking simple with that guy. Remember, everything was going to be easy.
Everyone thought it was easy.
And then when he gets in here, he said, "Oh, no one knew," which means I didn't know, because no one doesn't exist. Everyone knew healthcare was hard, dumb fuck. Everyone knew. Everyone knew that fucking China and Korea's fucking relationship is complicated. Dumb fuck. That's another reason that proves to you what a fucking moron this guy is in how he thinks that everything is so fucking simple. Yeah, because he doesn't think at all.
This is his polling numbers.
Pretty much.
Got him.
Somebody bought a slide whistle.
Did you like that?
Yes. And the review was so awesome.
Oh, man.
It was 5 stars.
It was the fart
I know
one.
it's just a toy.
The fart one.
Yes.
Oh, my husband made a funny fart sound that sounded like a slide whistle, so I bought him a slide whistle. That's an amazing reason.
Now we just sit around and laugh and laugh and laugh. And a slide whistle.
Oh, man, it sounds like a fart.
That's so funny.
Oh, man.
My God. Hey, come over. I got this great video of a dancing baby to show you.
Oh, my God.
It's insane. You're going to love it. It's so funny.
The internet's a great
I'm
thing.
so damn entertained.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like a great...
Oh, my God. You want to see this Chewbacca mask video of this woman?
Oh, she was
I'm going to pour an ice bucket challenge over my
I
head.
saw her on Jimmy Fallon a couple days ago.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Hey, guys. The dancing baby one's the best one, so I've already shot my load with that one. Hey, guys, have you seen this? It's hysterical. I've never seen this before.
The dancing baby.
That's when you make a bet. That's like, if you want to make like a gentleman's bet, that's the condition. You say whoever loses has to send out that video. Say, oh my God, look what I just saw.
That's like an Impractical Jokers thing.
It's actually from fucking Family Guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Family Guy hasn't been a thing yet.
Just kind of like, what was the other show?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, remember? Wait, what was it? Big Bang. I'm having a Big Bang party at my house. The Big Bang Theory.
Oh my fucking God.
That no one watches. I bet everybody watches, but nobody watches.
No one watches that. I don't think.
Here, I watched the first season.
Is it funny?
Not really. Again, Joey, your predecessor, and I, we had this discussion. We both kind of felt the same way. We feel that the Big Bang Theory is very much like nerd blackface. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all these stereotypes about nerds and the way they act and the way they behave. It feels like fucking Step and Fetch It and fucking Kingfish, only nerdified.
What like cool people think what nerds are like?
Yeah. Hey, it's a stereotype of what nerds are like.
We talk about Star Trek all the time. And
exactly. And it just really felt like, I don't think this is really nerd. this is like
ridiculous.
this is blackface nerd.
Yeah, this is like
this is minstrel show nerd.
it's what people who aren't nerds think nerds are.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I found myself more offended than identifying.
Yeah.
I do like the guy. I mean, obviously that guy,
The main
Sheldon,
guy?
whatever. Yeah,
He's cool.
I can't think of his name.
He's funny.
He's incredible. He plays that character.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like 40 like something. He's like a lot older.
Oh, yeah,
than
yeah,
us.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like holy crap, he's 42? What is this?
Yeah.
He looks like he's like 20 something in the show.
Oh, we were watching That Thing You Do last night, and there's a guy in that movie who was the paper boy
Mhm.
in Batman Returns. And he's always, and this is like 10 years later,
Yeah.
and now he's playing a college student. And I think, because I think Kevin Smith mentioned, he may be Buscemi's brother, because he has this kind of,
Buscemi, our
yeah,
Lord
he
and
has this
Savior?
kind of weird look to him.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
They look like they. And if I showed you him, you would go, "I know that guy. I've seen him in this, a commercial."
Yeah.
Because he's
It's like
been in everything. But he was in That Thing You Do.
One of
He's
them
like
guys.
he's like their fan, their first fan.
he's one of those guys.
Yeah, he really is. So, but he was the world's oldest paper
Steve
boy in
Buscemi
Batman.
from the movie Spy
No,
Kids 2.
It's not Steve Buscemi.
I know Steve Buscemi's brother.
Oh my God!
From
I
Spy
had to
Kids
take
2.
you to see Spy Kids 3D in the theater.
Oh my fucking god! Me, Zach, and Bowen watched that show on Netflix. It's so stupid.
Do you realize though?
I love it though. It's
An amazing director put that
yeah,
together.
The same guy who made fucking what's it called?
Sin City.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez.
He even made the fucking Machete movies.
Yeah, he got that. He spun that character out of that fucking out of.
Yeah, he's
that.
he's in the movie.
Yeah.
His first name's Machete.
Yes. Yes.
That's
He
hilarious.
spun the character out of Spy Kids.
That's hilarious.
Although I think he probably had that character kicking
He
around.
just went like, let me put it in.
It's more like he put it in
Did you-
Spy Kids, and then
By the way, did you see that Robot Chicken thing I sent you?
I saw that you sent it to me. I've not watched it yet.
It's funny.
Yeah. What was it? It was.
It was Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Robot
yeah,
Chicken
yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch the whole episode, but I only found that on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's they're doing a bunch of shit now with like ties and stuff like Back to the Future.
Smart. That's how you make money.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Well,
all
it
that
started with
shit.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, the Star Wars one. Was the
I've never
best.
watched that show. Well,
I mean,
it's done very well, and it's gotten us more.
I mean, if you like watching people play with dolls, then
Yeah, for 15 minutes. What is that runtime? Fuck you, Dad, or whatever he said. Apparently, we watched way too much Family Guy.
I watched too much of the same episode. That's
Yeah,
my
but I
problem.
love.
like there's like
But I do like the Robot Chicken ones better.
Yeah, I do too.
like because essentially at the end of the day, the Family Guy ones are just parodies of.
the couch is amazing. The couch bit.
Yeah, the couch bit is genius, and they don't talk nearly enough about it on the commentary track because it was just like a throwaway joke. Like
It's hilarious.
but it's brilliant. It's
like
so
a fucking
brilliant.
dude
I'm
that-
gonna take that couch.
then I'm trying to get through the door with it.
Yeah, yeah.
No. And I remember
we're making it's harder than we're making it. This is easier than we're making
we
it.
can disassemble it, put it through, and then and make it a lot easier. to make
Now,
it.
when I say turn to your left,
No,
I'm
no. You're left.
You guys used to crack up because it's like that's like you and Mom.
Yeah. I remember seeing you guys go down a stairway with the couch and be like,
Same kind of fucking
oh my
deal.
God, it's like Family Guy.
Everybody fucking does it. It's the same. It's the both, and especially, God forbid, it's got a bed in it.
Yeah.
Oh, then it weighs a ton.
Yeah.
And if you turn it wrong, the bed
And the
pops
cushions. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yep. The whole thing's a
The
mess.
only problem I found with that joke is when he's hanging outside the
I'm
ship.
I'm moving this couch. I am moving this couch.
When he's hanging outside the ship, it's like, oh, they shouldn't be able to breathe.
Yeah, what do you think? Well, it's like
Fuck it, it's Family Guy.
MST3K. you know.
Yeah, fuck it, it's Family Guy. Fuck it.
It's just a show. You should really just
Yeah, I know.
relax.
Yeah. So we should do
God.
stuff.
The funny thing is that we sat down and probably chatted for about a half an hour
Yeah,
before.
that could have been added.
Yeah, most of
Well,
that.
some of the stuff we talked about the same thing anyway.
Yeah, we rehashed.
Yeah,
Well, I
but-
ranted and raved.
We rehash anyway, so
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, let's end this thing.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're
I got
done.
other shit to do.
Okay.
I gotta
bye-bye.
take a piss.
I need to watch Game of Thrones again.
All right, we'll be back Friday or Saturday.
Whatever.
And yeah,
We're
hopefully,
pretty
hopefully
loose
we're
with
not
that.
in a war or some
a lot
fucking
of-
other Armageddon.
Yeah, a lot of shit's.
Next Tuesday show will be good because then by then Sally Yates will have testified.
No, we have to watch the Donald Trump show too. God damn.
I haven't been watching it either.
The President show.
People say it's funny.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's a really good impersonator.
That's My Bush was on during the Bush years, and that didn't do so well.
Didn't?
So yeah.
Who did the Bush? Was that the Will Ferrell thing?
No, it was actually a series like on Comedy
Will
Central.
Ferrell was in
Look it
there.
up, called "That's My Bush." No, it wasn't Will Ferrell.
If Will Ferrell was in, oh my god,
he was in Saturday Night Live.
That'd be
at the
amazing.
time.
I love that.
Yes.
He's like the Alec Baldwin of the Bush.
I was thinking about what was that bit.
The what?
Speaking, since you brought up Will Ferrell, the one where he's like Robert Goulet.
Oh,
and I was thinking about it because somebody was doing a thing where they were having, really white people oh no, you know who it was? It was Walter White reading rap songs. And you know how like in that bit he's like, and every other nigga. That's kind of what that's what sparked it, because that's what Walter White, he's like reading these.
I love it when you call me big.
Yeah. Anyway, you too can find that out there.
Yeah.
On the interwebs.
It's on Netflix, I think. It was on Netflix.
I'm sure it was.
It used to be. I don't know if it is on Netflix still.
Yes, but now we'll like to say we'll see you later. Because now we're leaving. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bye.
Crash into the